also watched all of Mushoku Tensei.
Ooh.
Watched all
Look
of it.
at you watching anime.
I said I was going to all of it. All of it. 1 and 2.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Thank you. After I said I would, and everyone was like, Connor's not going to watch it. And then there was a bunch of comments that were like, I hope Connor doesn't watch it because I know he's going to hate it.
Did you hate it?
No.
Wow.
I liked it.
Wow.
I liked it.
Okay.
I thought it was good. Honestly, yeah, it was really good. I can see why people think I would hate it.
Yeah.
Because the first episode, I was like, all right, weird champ. All right. I mean, listen. The way it starts is fucking weird, right?
Yeah.
Because, he gets isekai'd, as you do, because it's the first isekai, right? That's all I knew about it. It was the only thing I knew about the show is that it was the first isekai.
I feel like whenever Connor hears isekai, like
I hate
fucking
it.
flashbacks of like me talking like in
basically. Yeah. And so I went into this with an open mind. I didn't read any reviews. I didn't watch any videos. I don't know anything about Mushoku Tensei, right?
Yeah.
All I know is that everyone hypes it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll watch it. Be me, right? First episode, right? I'm watching this thing.
Yeah.
And he gets isekai'd as a toddler. First thing he does is starts like admiring like the woman's tits. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. This is the show that everyone's hyping up. This is it. This is it.
He didn't just admire the tits. He like makes a shrine out of like one of their panties, right?
Yeah, so the whole first like 2 episodes was just him being like an incel.
I completely forgot that happened. That was the one episode I've just like erased from my
Because
mind.
like he's like an incel in the life
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I was like, are we seriously just gonna watch a guy, another show where an incel just gets rewarded with like a massive cock in the new universe, bestowed confidence, magical powers, the most OP guy, and never has to overcome the fact that he has really unhealthy views towards women and sex and everything.
Yeah.
But this one was good because I felt like he actually at least somewhat learned that, hey, maybe the way I viewed women was kind of fucked up in the past.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. It can be done. Anime can do it.
Not only was this the first isekai, but it was the first self-realized incel.
On top of that, it was a good show. And I was like, this is great. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because not only was the world building amazing,
Yeah.
I was really like into the world. I loved all the characters, even the parents who they easily could have just been like, oh, it's just fucking parents. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
I was really
They
surprised.
built everything up.
Yeah, I was really surprised when the parents were just characters. Because normally you see like anime parents are just like half the time not even fucking there.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And I remember watching
and when they are there, you can't see their eyes.
Yeah,
Right?
I was remember like watching because I'm like so used to like isekai speed running this shit, right? Where it's like he gets transported, starts like getting the girl, starts beating up the dudes. I'm like 5 episodes into Mushoku Tensei. I'm like, what the fuck? He's still with the parents? What the fuck is going on? What's going on? And then I realized, wait a minute. I'm actually getting invested in the family dynamic and the family story and stuff like that.
It really is like the slow cooker of isekai, isn't it? Whereas everything else is just like a microwave, you know?
Can I spoil one minor plot point? It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal, but just spoiler
Spoiler
alert.
warning.
Spoiler warning. The moment I knew the show was built different, really, was you're just sitting there, you're like watching episode 6 or 7, it just starts and it's like, the first thing that happens is it's like normal family life is like, the husband has cheated on the wife with the maid and she's pregnant. And I'm like, the fuck is this show doing? Like, what the fuck is going on? And there was like a whole point where like our 10-year-old protagonist was diffusing this Jerry Springer episode. And I'm like, what is happening in this show? What is I just an isekai or Jerry Springer? Like, and it's like, you are not the parent. And then I said, yeah!
Just a backflip.
I'm like, what's going on? Like, I was like, is this good? This is good, right? I think this is fun. This is great.
Yeah.
And then they actually get into like world building later on, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, what I like about it is that it does take that time to like build up shit with like all this like Jerry Springer shit, just to say like, hey, dad's kind of an asshole as well. He can do fucking bad things, you know. He ain't the perfect human being, and then like it helps. It just like it all plays a part into like his journey, I guess. And I think the biggest down point was you finish the first season, and you're like, this story hasn't even begun.
Yeah, I thought I missed an episode or something when it ended. I was looking because I thought, oh, I'm on episode 11. It must be 12 because it ended so abruptly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh, where's episode 12? And then I was set on the new season. I was sad because I mean that I had one less episode.
You got ahead of me. I've only seen first season.
Second season's amazing.
Yeah.
Second season's really good.
Second season is where you get so much of the payoff of what was like the world building that's built up from the first season.
I would be quite annoyed if I watched it and season 2 wasn't out. Because I think I feel blue ball.
Yeah.
But it was a great show. Like again, like I can't give credit enough, but the fact that they actually like just
did something different.
Did something different and it worked. And the fact that this is like the first isekai, which just makes me like really concerned.
Yeah, it's like why did they not take the good parts of this show?
So like what I can't understand is how they take this concept of like the main guy being an incel, right? Because that's what he is, right? I'm just gonna keep saying it. I absolutely hate these characters as well. Right? Because what's up?
Correction. I mean, technically, the light novels were like ReZero and like.
Yeah, I was going to correct him afterwards. So it's not the first isekai, but it's one of the most prominent isekais that popularized
the genre.
A lot of the tropes.
So popularized the genre. Okay. Okay. Why when so let's say this is like one of the first big ones, right? If everyone is trying to take from this, why do they take all the worst aspects, right? Because isekai to me is like I said earlier, it's just dudes who like don't have to ever like address the fact that they were shitty in the life before, and they just get a free do-over where they get everything done for them.
Yeah, I mean it's weird seeing like, because it was weird watching this after watching so many isekai that have been inspired by this show, because with most genres you have like the progenitor, right? The thing that popularized a lot of the tropes, and by the time you watch
nice
it,
word, progenitor.
Ooh. Doesn't even sound like a real word.
Where'd you pull that one out of, Garland?
by the time you watch that one, right, you've already seen all the tropes before, so you're like, well, this just feels dated now. Like I don't get why everyone hyped this thing up in the first place, because by the time you see it, everyone's already done all the tropes differently and better, right? Yeah. But with Mushoku Tensei, it's like so many stories just missed the point of why the isekai is the way it is. You know, why is it an isekai in the first place? Well, it's because he's transported to another world to give himself another chance at life, and and a lot of stories took that as just, oh, let's just put this guy in a fantasy world and just disregard the fact that he had a previous life. You know, that's just there's so many subtle things about Mushoku Tensei as a story that I feel just got lost over time in like the different iterations of isekai that came after it. And that's not to say there's not other isekai shows that's come after it that haven't been good, but like it seems like
they're a dime a dozen.
Like the fact that he had to
it just seems like so many stories just took the surface level elements of this story without really thinking about why those elements were there in the first place.
This is like, maybe ReZero did this a little bit, but not to the same extent. But like, this is the only other isekai that I've watched. I'm sure there are others that have done it, where like he actually had to like deal with the trauma and fears that he had in his past life carried over into this one. Because like, let's say you come into this new life, right, and you were scared of snakes. You're not going to be magically not scared of snakes. You got the same brain, right? Like he's still scared of going outside. And I like that they had to deal with that. Like I love that he had to work through all of his issues. Of course, I wanted the plot to go ahead, and I wanted him to like become OP and like kill everything and become the Giga Chad. But I also wanted to see him actually have to work through this shit.
You wanted it to be believable when it happens, right?
And it's so much better payoff when you get to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like I was also at the point when I was like, I'm enjoying this, but when's the plot going to happen? And then I've slowly come to realize that whenever an episode is labeled turning point, I'm just like, fucking put your seatbelts on, boys, because some shit is going to go down. Like, and I've heard from like light novel readers that they're just like, oh, just wait till you get like to turning point 4 or 5 or something. I'm like, there's turning point 5? What is going on?
So good.
Basically just a drift course at that point.
It's great. It's like, I love shows that are confident in their world, you know, and like they don't need the characters to be the world. It's like they are so
the world
confident.
lives independently from the characters.
It's like we just happen to be following some characters in this world that's interesting. We could follow any of the characters and you still have a great time. I honestly give it like a 9 out of 10 so far.
God, I feel like a proud father right now.
I love it. It's a great show. Honestly, it's so good. Like if you're like me and you're so done with isekai, I would give this one a shot. It is genuinely worth it.
When's this episode coming out?
This one?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Probably the end of the month, right?
End of the month.
End of the month, February.
What's happening?
I think early.
Maybe first week of February.
First week of February.
Why? What's up?
Out. The first week of February. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's why I gave Mushoku Tensei my anime of the year. I just didn't want to spoil that.
No, I mean, I understand. I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched like Odd Taxi or anything like that yet, but
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching it and I'm like, God damn, they're just doing everything right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't complain about anything.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I put it above that was Arcane as the best show of this year.
It's been
So,
0 days.
literally.
Arcane, okay,
Arcane.
Arcane maybe is better. I don't
Yeah.
know. Arcane's pretty damn good though.
Arcane's pretty damn good. But yeah, I mean that's I'm so fucking happy. I'm so fucking happy that
it's like when your son finally starts getting an interest
is
towards like
it-
football or like.
is this what gratification feels like? Oh,
Are you happy? What if I came in there guns blazing and shit? Can't stand
I
this.
honestly thought you wouldn't like it because
Why? Why do you think that?
because like a lot of the characters, like I said before, they are well written characters, but a lot of them are like very tropey. You know, very
There are some. There are some.
very tropey. But I still think like they're well written characters. But I just thought you'd look at that and you'd just be like, not a fucking Cinderella with like red hair.
I mean,
or-
she was annoying.
Yeah,
Don't get me
yeah.
wrong. She was probably my least favorite character
Yeah.
out of all the characters.
Yeah.
I felt like,
it is hard to look past the tropes sometimes.
didn't really like the main character much actually.
I didn't really like him as well. Well, I kind of liked.
But I understand why
Yeah.
he's not. I don't think his intention was to make him likable from
Yeah.
an audience
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
I actually think who's the character the character I liked the most actually
Spurred.
was the Spur.
I love the Spurred.
Like the green
Forgot his name.
the greenhead guy.
Yeah,
Ryuji.
yeah. He was sick.
Yeah.
Like you said, I like the languages that they actually spoke languages.
I know, right?
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really refreshing.
Yeah.
For once where you're like, wait,
Fine,
are they
it's like-
speaking a foreign language? Because they're always just speaking Japanese. I can't
Finally,
figure the fuck out.
effort.
Because I remember when they were speaking, I'm just like, when are they going to switch to Japanese?
It's just like world building, man. They just makes you
know.
like invest in this
I know.
fucking
Yeah.
place. And then, it pays off when he learns how to speak these languages.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Oh my god, this is what it's like to learn a language
God,
and
it's
speak
like-
it in a reasonable amount
It's
of time.
like the real world.
It's like the
almost.
real world.
Holy shit! Who would have fucking thought?
I have so much of an appreciation for that, knowing
Yeah.
what he went through to learn that
Yeah.
fucking language.
This is one of those shows where I'm actually glad it's a light novel before it's an anime or anything, because
Yeah.
I think that it's really going to benefit from being in like a long form written.
Yeah, so you can
Yeah.
hash
So
out
you
the
can-
details.
So they
right?
can
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
get like the world set. Because sometimes when shows come this big, right, they kind of get to the point where they're like, oh, we gotta get the seasons out. Come on,
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah.
It's the hot shit. Come on, we gotta finish it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that doesn't happen. I hope the anime, because I'm not gonna read the light novels because the
No.
anime is so good. And why would I?
Yeah, I mean, like the anime is so good. The production values were like insane.
Yeah.
Like some of the animation.
Season 2, the jump from season 1 to 2 was definitely noticeable. I noticed that
Oh, really?
it got better. Like
Okay.
it looked
Yeah.
a lot crisper.
Yeah, I mean, it's just an all round amazing production.
Watch
amazing
Mushoku
show.
Tensei.
Watch
It's
Mushoku
good.
Tensei.
I'll definitely have to watch season 2.
I've been talking about it for fucking ever, and I'm like so fucking happy
Finally.
right now. I'm happy. I'm happy. You know
when-
what, Connor?
when-
Maybe
when-
I'll play
yeah,
Apex
when are you
now.
gonna play
I'm gonna play
When are you gonna play
Apex.
Apex?
Maybe I'll play. When's our Apex stream, Connor?
How many hours?
You're like that dad that's like, son,
How many?
I'll do something you like this time.
I'll count the exact runtime of Mushoku Tensei. That's how many hours you have to play Apex for. That seems fair. That seems fair.
All right.
Good luck
When
with
this
that.
episode airs, I'll play Apex with you.
There
for
we
the
go.
stream.
There we
Wow.
go. There we go. Content.
He's finally the Titan has fallen.
Because I've got a second channel now, guys, and we've all got a second channel that we upload to, right?
No, it's just
Right?
the Garnt channel is just going to turn to an Apex
I
channel.
uploaded every other day on that channel. In
Every
January.
other day.
Yeah.
Fuck me,
Damn.
man.